All right, let's jump into law and morality. This is one of my favorite topics. I love legal philosophy, what's called jurisprudence, and I love reading up on moral philosophy. I'll be honest with you. I love that kind of stuff. Now, I've said in the course, I'm going to be honest with you, when I look at the common law tradition and judge-made law, I find it very sophisticated and in many ways even more sophisticated than what moral philosophers have said in dealing with certain specific problems like when is lying, when does that constitute fraud in a legal perspective, or when is a promise morally binding? But here I want to take a step back and look at the big picture of the relationship between law and morality. And let me say that is a trick question. This is probably the most contested and controversial question in all of law. So what I just want to do is give you a big picture, give you one view of the question of law and morality, and that is the natural law tradition, or the idea of natural rights. This tradition goes way back to the founding of the United States, even prior. Really, we can locate it with the Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. And there, of course, there's the famous statement that we, and I'm quoting now, we hold these truths self-evident, right? That all men are created equal and endowed by their creator with certain inalienable rights. This idea of inalienable rights, rights that are not up for sale, that's what we mean by inalienable. They are God-given rights. It's a very powerful theory, the idea of pre-political or pre-legal rights. Now, I should say, if this sounds old-fashioned, or if you question, bringing God into it, the idea of human rights under contemporary international law would just be another example of this idea, I would say, of natural rights, of the natural rights tradition, that people have rights regardless of where they live, regardless of who they are, etc., etc. Now, I'll say, by the way, another really powerful exponent of the natural rights tradition or natural law would be the letter from a Birmingham jail that Martin Luther King wrote when he was arrested in Birmingham, Alabama, and he's trying to explain to the world his civil disobedience theory. And he's saying, look, I'm responding, MLK, I'm responding to a higher law, and that's why I'm engaged in my civil protest. All right, so it's a very powerful theory, but I will say that natural law and natural rights, and I'm very much, I'll be honest with you, I'll put my cards on the table. I'm very much a natural lawyer and a proponent of natural rights, but I will be the first to recognize there is a huge blind spot in the natural law theory. See if you can identify, what is the weakness, what is the one blind spot in natural law theory? And then with that, I will move into the next set of lectures on theories of ethics. All right, I'll see you very soon.